Class 9 Geography Lesson 2 Exogenic or Exogenetic Processes. The processes that shape the earth. Exogenic processes or the processes that take place on or above the earth's surface. Exo is a prefix meaning out. Exogenic processes are responsible for degradation and sculpting the earth's surface. The Earth is a dynamic system that undergoes various changes due to internal and external processes. The continuous interaction of these two processes controls the structure of the Earth's surface. The external processes are the consequence of solar energy and gravitational forces, whereas the internal processes, that is the endogenic processes, are an outcome of the Earth's internal heat. And these are the different processes through which the Earth's surface undergoes various changes. Hurricane, tsunami, volcano, tornado, earthquake, and landslides are few examples that bring about rapid changes on the surface of the Earth. Whereas weathering, erosion, and deposition, they make slow changes. And the exogenetic processes act on the exterior of the Earth, and these processes are done by two ways called as weathering and gradation. First, let us see what is weathering. Weathering is breaking, disintegration, and decomposition of materials of the Earth's crust by their exposure to atmosphere. Whereas gradation, it is a process of leveling of the land by means of natural agents like rivers, groundwater, winds, glaciers, and sea waves. That is, weathering breaks down and gradation levels down. And this weathering is done under three methods called physical, chemical, and biological. And gradation has both degradation and aggradation. Degradation is nothing but erosion or eroding the land surface, whereas aggradation is deposition, building up of landforms due to natural agents. Now let us see about all this in detail. Weathering of rocks. Weathering is the breaking, disintegration, and decomposition of materials of the Earth's crust by their exposure to atmosphere. Weathering is the process where rocks is dissolved, worn away, or broken down into smaller and smaller pieces. Weathering is a natural process that slowly breaks apart or changes rock. Heat, water, wind, living things, and other natural forces cause weathering. Weathering is related to erosion, which is the wearing away of rock and earth by natural forces. However, erosion generally means that bits of rock and earth are carried away from their original location. By contrast, weathering leaves the main area of rocks in place. Over many years, weathering can shape rock into unusual formations. Once the rock has been weakened and broken up by weathering, it is ready for erosion. Erosion happens when rocks and sediments are picked up and moved to another place by ice, water, wind, or gravity. The forces that cause weathering may be physical, chemical, or biological. Often, weathering results from combination of forces. Physical weathering. It is a breakdown of rocks without changing their chemical composition through the action of physical forces. The constant freezing and thawing, that is melting. The constant freezing and thawing of rocks during the night and day leads to the expansion and contraction of rocks. Cracks are formed and disintegration occurs eventually. Exfoliation, block disintegration, granular disintegration are the different types of physical weathering. Physical forces include changes in temperature or pressure, freezing or moving water, and wind. An increase in temperature may cause rocks to expand. As the rock cools, it contracts or shrinks. The expanding and contracting may cause the rock to crack and break apart. If heavy materials on top of rock is removed, the pressure on the rock decreases. The release of pressure may cause the rock to split. Water that freezes inside cracks in a rock may widen the cracks, and particles carried by water or wind may slowly scrape away a rock surface. Now let us see what is exfoliation. The alternate heating and cooling on rounded rock surfaces leads to the peeling of rocks layer by layer, just as we peel the skin of potato, orange, or onion. This is called exfoliation. Sheeting and shattering are the other forms of exfoliation. These are the examples of exfoliation of rocks. This rock typically looks like an onion. And this is sheeting. The expansion sets up stresses which cause fractures parallel to the rock surface to form. Over time, sheets of rock break away from the exposed rocks along the fractures, known as exfoliation. Exfoliation due to pressure release is known as sheeting. And what is shattering? Water gets into cracks and joins in bedrock. When the water freezes, it expands and the cracks are opened a little wider, shattering. Granular disintegration. Granular disintegration takes place in crystalline rocks where the grains of the rocks become loose and hollow. This is due to the action of temperature and frost. It is due to repeated heat or alternative heat and cooling because of changing temperature. As a result of alternative expansion and contraction of minerals in rocks, it causes the rock to break down into small pieces. Block disintegration. Repeated expansion and contraction of rocks during day and night respectively causes stress on the joints of rocks, which results in block disintegration. And this picture shows how it happens. The water collects into the crack in the rock, and at night, when the temperature drops down, the water in the crack freezes. As a result, the frozen water needs more space, so it pushes the rock on its sides and it expands, and the crack is getting widened. Ice thaws, contracts, and water gets deeper into the cracks again, and in course of time, this repeated expansion and contraction may causes further cracks till the rock splits. Now let us see what is chemical weathering. In chemical weathering, the minerals that make up the rocks are changed. Water usually is involved in chemical weathering. Elements in the water may react with the minerals in the rock. The minerals may break down or form different minerals. The disintegration and decomposition of rocks due to chemical reaction is called chemical weathering. And this is predominantly high in the hot and humid regions such as equatorial, tropical, and subtropical zones. It takes place through the process of oxidation, carbonation, solution, and hydration. The agents of chemical weathering are oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and water. And this statue, this stone statue, has been affected by the chemicals in the acid rain. And this is dissolved because the minerals in the rocks get dissolved in water. We call it a solution. And carbon dioxide, that is carbonic acid, carbonation, and oxidation. What is oxidation? Oxygen in the atmosphere reacts with the iron found in the rocks, thus leads to the formation of iron oxide. This process is just similar to the rusting of iron. Pressure of air and water is known as oxidation, which results in the weakening of rocks. Carbonation. Carbonation is the mixing of water with the atmospheric carbon dioxide, forming carbonic acid. Carbonation is most important in the formation of caves, especially in the limestone region. And these are the stalactites and stalagmites. The limestone bedrocks, they get dissolved by the carbonic acid, and this beautiful structure is formed. When the carbonic acid reacts with the carbonate rocks, the rocks get disintegrated. And this is the cave. We'll be studying in detail about this stalactite and stalagmite later in the later part of this lesson. And solution occurs when minerals in rock dissolve directly into water. Solution most commonly occurs on rocks containing carbonates such as limestone, but may also affect rocks with large amount of halite or rock salt. Hydration, absorption of water into the mineral structure. Certain chemicals in the rock enlarge in size in humid conditions. These minerals found in the rock swell, that is, they expand, they become bigger in size. As if the rasgulla is soaked in jeera water, it absorbs the zero water and it becomes bigger. Just like that, these minerals found in the rock, they swell, and this results in the development of cracks and the rocks wears down. They become soft. When they get swelled, slowly they become soft and the rocks wears down. This type of weathering is called as hydration. Biological weathering. Biological weathering occurs due to the penetration and expansion of plant roots, earthworms, burrowing animals like rabbits, rats, and even some human activities. And in this video, we have seen about the different types of weathering. And in the next class, we will be learning what is gradation.